investing in myself, investing in my music career. First thing I did when I got my first check was I bought like a $10,000 laptop, and I bought like all the VSTs that I was using crack versions of and all that shit. And then like just like some like lifestyle shit, personal stuff, you know, help out the family and shit. You always gotta like invest in yourself. That's what people forget, you know, like if you create something from nothing and then you start to just invest the money that you make back into what you created, like it's only gonna get bigger from there, you know? What's up, it's your boy Young Murda, and shout out to MONTREALITY. Bonjour, comment ça va? Ça m'appelle Murda, comment tu portes-tu? Eh. I created my whole life off that shit. Just like speaking shit into existence, God, the universe, just everything together, you know? Like at the beginning, like I would like, let's just say this, like 2012, I was like in the Chicago music scene, the drill scene and stuff, and I was like to my boy, I'm like, yo, I need to get to like Atlanta. I need to like find a way to like get into like the Atlanta scene and like the rap scene over there. And then like 2 weeks later, I connected with the Migos. So I just feel like if you really want something to happen, you gotta speak it into existence. Keep talking about it. I just want longevity. You know what I'm saying? Just a long time in the game, be at the top for a long time, and just keep moving, and just keep like recreating myself, and just keep pushing music. 86 years old? I don't know. I'm gonna be swag. I'm gonna be saucy at 86. I'm gonna be dripped down in the fucking crazy fashion in 2065. And I'm gonna have the new drip. You know what I'm saying? When it's 2065, I'm gonna look like I'm dressed in 3000. I'm gonna look wavy as fuck. But I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna just pretty much everything I want to do is gonna be done. You know, I'm gonna have my label. My label's gonna be big as hell. My artist's gonna be big as hell. I'm gonna have all my producers gonna have Grammys and crazy mansions and all that shit. And it's like everything, I don't know, life's gonna be peaceful because everything I want to do is gonna be complete. So I'm gonna still be working. I'm probably still gonna be cooking up. Y'all gonna be doing an interview on me. I'm gonna be in the studio, 86, cooking some fire with my own VSTs, my own hardware and all that shit, own studio. Probably buy an island. I don't know, that shit gonna be crazy. Got the entrepreneurship going on, man. Mogul Murda, man. MONTREALITY, man. Come on. Just like, watch who you sign. Don't sign nothing without a fucking lawyer. People be fucking up their whole careers and their lives because they don't know what the fuck they're signing. Do not sign some shit that you don't know about. Don't get too hungry for money. People will just put money in your face if you're broke to sign some shit. Don't sign that shit. Sometimes it's good to just wait it out, and you might get a hit. You might be ready to sign some shit for 20,000. You don't even know that you got a hit coming out next week, and that if that hit comes out next week, you could sign for $500,000 or M or some shit. You know, so just watch what you sign. You know, just stay down, stay positive. When everyone's doubting you, just use that as fuel to just keep going and grind, you know? Like your network is your net worth. So use social media and shit to your advantage. Get in these artists' faces, like don't just send beats to emails, like get out there and grind and just get in the studio with people and build your face card, you know what I'm saying? And build your respect up to be able to do this shit for real, you know? Have a name, tag your beats, don't let people steal your shit. And just know your worth, you know. You can sell 1,000 beats for $100 on SoundClick, or you can sell one beat for $50,000. But you gotta work up to there, you know. So you just gotta like know your worth. Like sometimes you gotta grind it out, you know. Like so like instead of just thinking that that little money, that fast money, it's better just to wait. Like when there was a time like when I first came out to LA 4 years ago, and my manager and people were like, oh, like we should sell beats to make some money and shit. And I was like, I don't want to sell no beats for like $100, $500 because I'm trying to sell beats for $20,000, $50,000 and shit. And that's what I did. I didn't make money for like 6 months. I was going broke and shit, but like I just knew that like the value of what I was doing was gonna pay off, and it did, you know. So you just gotta stay down. Stay down till you come up. Just pray. Keep God first. I don't know. You just gotta listen to it. I feel like rock music and stuff, I feel like that's some of the best music ever made though. Like they got the best progressions. It's a full band, orchestrating it, playing live. They all write the music themselves. And, you know, it's just like, I don't know, it's just like the best melodies and stuff. Now you got people like Juice WRLD, Lil Uzi and them, they're taking the melodies from punk rock and rock music, you know what I'm saying? So Blink 182, Green Day, pretty much like all that shit. Good Charlotte. Good Charlotte was like a big one. I feel like Good Charlotte was like the cross from like, I feel like that was like me like starting to grow up, starting to like listen, get my own taste of music. I went from like the classic rock to metal to punk rock. And then I started liking rap and punk rock around the same time. And that's when I started listening to like Travis Barker remixes and shit. And that's when I kind of stopped playing drums, started producing music. And that's how I crossed over to just hip hop. And then I just like trap beats and shit. I like the drums and stuff. I like the raps. So. Well, the first people who started it was like 3 6 Mafia and all that shit. But like the trap, like most of the trap that I listen to, like probably like Shawty Red, Zay, and Gucci, Lex, all that stuff. You know, when I started making music, I was really looking up to like the whole Brick Squad, Monopoly, all that shit. You know what I mean? BSM, Brick Squad, Slim Duncan, Walker, Gucci, Lex, Southside, all that shit. You know, that's like what I came up on. That's what I like. So it's just crazy to be like in the same bracket as these guys now. You know? Yeah, I was into fucking Diablo 2, I think. I was into RuneScape. That was probably the most nerdy shit ever. I was into RuneScape. Heavy. That game was fun. They need to come out with like a new version of that shit. That shit was fun. I'd play that shit. Fuck, I remember I had full rune stuff, all body armor. Had a couple M's in the bank. And I would just go to the PvP world, go in the wilderness and kill people. I had like the dragon sword with like the dagger with the poison. All that shit. That game's fun. You go kill the dragons and you go loot. He's just going crazy. He puts on Canada, represents our country to the fullest, you know? Just appreciate that. And like he works all Canadian talent. You know, like all the producers, all of us, me, Wanda, T minus, like Wonder Girl, everyone, like, you know, everyone he's pretty much working with is Canadian, so it's just wavy, you know? We're like really like controlling like a big sound of music right now, so shout out to Drake, shout out to everyone that's Canadian. He's a good person, he always got good energy and stuff. He's good at 2K. He's good at table tennis. Yeah. He's a creative person too. You know, like I feel like in the last couple of years, like a lot of people just trying to like take away the creative process behind his music for him. But you know, he has like a good mind when it comes to the music shit. And like even like Nice for What, like he's got like the idea, what he wants to do, and then like it's my job just to, as a producer, just to make that come to life, you know? A lot of artists have like a lot of input in their music that probably people don't think, you know? People think they got writers or the producers or whatever, blah, blah. But that's the best thing. Like when a producer and an artist have chemistry and they come together and they brainstorm together and they make ideas come to life and make hits out of them, you know, that's a blessing. Yeah, Koba and Smokey. First off, Koba, that's my dog. He was like my best friend. You know, like he was like one of like the main reasons I like going back to Canada. Cause like now it's like when you go back to Canada, it's like I'd rather be out here working and shit, you know. But like there was always like a couple things when I went home, I was like looking forward. I'd see my mom, you know what I'm saying. I see my dogs. I'd always see Kosi, you know what I'm saying. We'd go out to eat, do this, just have fun, go party and shit. I don't know. He's like a funny guy, probably like the nicest person I knew in my life. And anyone who knew him would say he's like the nicest person in their life too. So he's just a good guy, you know. Just like a blessing that I got to know him, and him to be like my best friend and shit. Me and Kosi would just like, I would always fuck around with him. We roast crazy, like super crazy roasts and shit. And just like, I don't know, like I feel like honestly, like every time I was with Kosi, it was a good time. Like every time we'd go out and party, we'd have fun, we'd go drinking. He would always like come to my shows and shit. We'd always be on road with us and shit. It's like everything, going to the casino, whatever. And Smokey's like my little brother, you know. I met him through the Prime Boys and shit. And we like always made music and stuff. Always try to like keep him focused, keep him out of like everything else, you know, just have him just like focus on the music and get out. You know, we had a lot of fun like last year on the Boy Meets World tour when I was out there with Drake and all them, and Smokey was out there and shit. We had a lot of fun turning up. It was just a matter of time. Both these guys were just gonna be in the States too, so you know, it's a shame that what happened, but God bless them, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. my dogs. So now I got some angels, you know. I got my pops up there. I got both them. I got this tattoo. One for Smoke, one for Kobe, one for my dad. You know? So, hell yeah. They're watching me. They know what's going on. Message to the youth is just stop the violence. And just like, if you have a passion for what you do, don't listen to everyone around you. Because like a lot of people are going to tell you, if you're like, yo, I want to be a basketball player, everyone's going to be like, man, you can't be a basketball player. How many people from where we're from became basketball players? You know what I mean? But like, the sky's the limit. Like, I'm from a town of 30,000 people. Everyone told me I couldn't do what I do because my skin color and just because no one makes it out of where I'm from. So you just got to like find God or like just find your purpose of being here and just grind hard and just get to it, you know? And just stay down and just keep grinding. Like, it took a long time for me to do this. And I feel like a good example is just like the 10,000 hour thing is pretty real too. Like, if you put 10,000 hours into something, you're going to master your craft and you're going to be good at it, you know? So I feel like that's like a big one too. I don't know. I feel like if you have anxiety or depression or something, you should definitely talk to some people and just like talk about it freely with people. I feel like now it's more of like a free like topic to talk about, you know? So I feel like that's better that people are just like coming out and speaking about it and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I have anxiety bad too. I feel like it's better now, you know what I mean? Because like I used to like try to like cope with it through stuff, and then just like I felt like I didn't know it was giving me worse anxiety, but it was. So now I'm just kind of just like just chilling and stuff, and my anxiety's a lot better. It's not cool to have this shit either. Like, I don't know, nowadays it's like it's talked about so much. People might think it's cool to be doing drugs for anxiety and shit. It's not cool, you know what I mean? But you gotta cope with it the way you cope with it. Like, even now, like, I'm like, if people are talking about anxiety or some shit, I'm gonna tell some people, I'm gonna tell you I have anxiety. I don't care who I'm in front of, you know what I'm saying? I'm not scared. But it's just good to talk about it, you know? You don't want to keep that shit inside forever. It's gonna probably hurt you mentally and physically. Yeah, man, you tuned into Montreality. This is your boy, Young Murda, man.
MONTREALITY show.
Give you one jewel, just don't worry about the money. Just worry about your craft and try to do as much music as possible. It'll turn into everything. It'll turn into your whole life. It's just that, like, worry about the art of it. Like, don't worry about the money. If you worry about the money, you're never gonna get it. Old head taught me that. Stop worrying about the money. That shit just drop in your lap. I swear to God, that's what it does. If you don't worry about that shit and just worry about doing as much records as possible, just working with everybody. That's how I train all my boys.